So everyone has the same question in their heads right now, and that is, what is Nasty C doing?
So many words, dog. I can gag. If I'm a rapper, dog, we don't read contracts, bro. I'm just gonna have to trust, bro. No cap.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's the first and
Barbecue, tomato sauce, lemon and herb.
He's on an album rollout, and he's cooking something which actually may be one of his greatest projects yet. Now, since Bad Hair days, Nasty C has always had some type of rollouts for his albums, a theme, an era. He always redefines himself aesthetically and musically in order to fit what he's actually doing for his new album or what he's dropping at that moment.
What inspired the haircut?
It's a fresh start, you know?
First thought? Yeah, so we're expecting new music? Of course. I love to see it.
Now, the only difference with this album rollout is that we don't know what the name of the project is. And it's really just assumptions for now, because he hasn't personally said anything about the name of the project, hasn't given us a date or a period, hasn't really said anything concrete about the project. You know, we don't know when he's going to release. We just know that he's going to release something and it is going to be big.
New music for sure. I think as early as like next month. Should be dropping something new.
Woo! Yes.
Yeah. A lot of visuals coming out. You know, I'm independent now, so now I get to just drop stuff when I feel like it. Yeah, man.
You think about
none of that.
The algorithm is studying.
Yeah, none of that.
No.
Yeah, none of that now. So now I can actually. I know for a very long time it's felt like I haven't been listening to my fans. Like when they say, "Yo, that snippet from 7 years ago, where is it?"
Now, I want us to go back to the days of Bad Hair, right? Nasty C is really smart with his image. When he dropped Bad Hair, he actually had bad hair. You know, he was on a feature run. He was killing rappers left, right, and center. He was active on socials, musically, involved his fans for the cover arts, and Bad Hair became a term more than an album. You know what I'm saying? With Strings and Bling, same thing. He stuck to the same story on every interview.
You know, because this is one of the projects that I put a lot of effort into it. And I feel like before I was even like 4 tracks into it, I felt like I already had a direction sonically, you know. I had an idea of what I wanted it to sound like and what I want it to represent, and the feeling I wanted to give to people, and where I want the music to take you, you know. So you guys better look out for that. Strings and Bling coming in June.
And to be honest, he went on every single interview, you know. You could think of how he, again, redefined himself to that album. He changed his style from Bad Hair to the new era. You know, same with Zulu Man with Some Power. It's a different era to Strings and Bling, where he had to change his hairstyle, change the way he dresses for that moment, changes how he's rolling it out, you know. And rollout is something that some artists in SA hip-hop don't understand, or they just don't do it, you know. Rapping isn't just about rapping. You know, to be one of the greatest rappers, it's not just about rapping. It's also about your aesthetic. It's about how you move, how you showcase what you've done, how you bring that product to the people.
You know, why does this need to exist? Why does this product need to get to who it needs to get to? And also, once we figure out what that why is, then you really have to figure out who are you trying to connect with? What do they look like? What do they eat? You know what I'm saying? Like, what movies do they watch? You know, what are their reference points? And then once you figure that out, then you have to figure out how it relates to you as the artist, or as, you know, whatever it is that you're selling.
Okay, so I want us to look at a great internationally and look at a great nationally that, you know, have had so many eras in their career, right? Internationally, we've had the brush cut Drake, Afro Drake, Waves Drake, Braids Drake, and those are all different brands and eras of Drake. Each of these images needed a new plan to be executed. Nationally, we've had the brush cut, aka high fade, aka braids, aka curly hair, aka, and it's safe to say that the high fade, aka, was the dangerous one. But you know, it's always reinvention as an artist. That is what is important. It makes us as the fans feel as though you're a new artist. You know what I'm saying? Because you're giving new energy. And Nasty C has mastered that, because he's never the same on all his albums.
Do you know how many rappers copied his template?
Yeah.
he's the original.
No. Not Nasty C. I started listening to hip hop on Nasty C's music.
Yeah.
Same. He carried my childhood.
So some of you guys might disagree with me with this take, but let me know. In fact, I don't really care. Nasty C is actually the only new, well, not new, but he's the only artist in his generation who actually understands what is a proper rollout. You know, I mean, every feature Nasty C has jumped on this year has been a body bag. Well, every feature Nasty C has jumped on since he started rapping has been a body bag, you know. The music video for Soft featuring Usmamane is on 1.2 million views in 12 days, the last time I checked. And he's also always saying it's the label. But there's something different about Nasty C. He's out to prove something, and he seems hungry again. And I don't blame him after people have been speaking about him so much recently.
I had very high hopes for Nasty C. And for a while...
What you mean you had?
Nah, I think he's beyond his peak now. This is not like in a dissing way. Yeah. Window of opportunity?
Yeah.
I feel like it's closed, or it's closing for him.
So I just want to say, whatever Nasty C is cooking, it is about to be his biggest project yet. He's about to make history with this one. And the rollout is taking me back to the rollout AKA had for Touch My Blood. He was on billboards. He was everywhere. And bro, a lot was put into Touch My Blood. And that was arguably his best project ever, you know, because he understood the importance of a rollout. Rappers today don't live that life of a rapper anymore, you know. I was about to call them out, but let me not do that. Let me just say, if you're not a Reese, you need to plan and roll out your album, bro. And the only reason why Reese doesn't need a rollout is not that he's better than every other artist or he's bigger than them. He just has like a fan base that really rides for him. You know, so unless you have that kind of fan base, my brother, you need to do a rollout. But if you do have that kind of fan base and you add a rollout on top of that, it just works even better.
Sure, you trust me? Yeah. I'm gonna give you the worst haircut you've ever gotten in your life, though.
So to the Ivysons, trust the process, man. He's not losing it. He's actually like understanding the importance of a rollout. I even have proof. Let me show you. So, I mean, you guys can see that the crowd is bumping. He recently made these sessions that he kind of got the idea from Mash Beats and DJ Slick. And those have been bumping. And this is unreleased music that he's playing. He's also independent. So this is a new time and a perfect time for Nasty C to try out new things with his career. You know, he's about to show us why we fell in love with his music in the first place. He's about to take his crown. And if he doesn't with this album, then I will make a video and admit he's the prince that never became a king. But mark my words, he will make history. There's a lot of money being put into this rollout, and we can actually see it. So you rappers should be shaking because he's looking like a beast again. I mean, he looks like this again.